I know it hurts. I know you're tired. You've been putting in the work, and maybe nothing seems to be changing. You look around and wonder, when is it finally going to be my turn? But listen to me. Just because you can't see progress doesn't mean progress isn't happening. Sometimes the hardest part of the journey is continuing when there is no evidence that you're getting closer. That's where trust comes in, not blind faith. Trust in the process you've committed yourself to. Think about a seed buried beneath the ground. From the surface, it looks dead. Nothing is happening. But underneath, roots are forming. The foundation is being built. The seed doesn't panic because nobody can see its progress. It keeps growing. You need to learn how to do the same. Because you're going to have seasons where your effort feels invisible. You train. You eat right. You work. You study. You sacrifice. And still, nothing. No applause. No breakthrough. No dramatic transformation. Just another ordinary day. That's where most people quit. Not because they can't succeed. Because they can't tolerate the period between effort and results. They want proof immediately. But life doesn't work like that. A farmer doesn't dig up his crops every morning to check whether they're growing. He plants. He waters. He protects. Then he waits. He trusts what he's doing. You need that patience. Because some things simply cannot be rushed. You can't force a tree to grow faster by pulling on its branches. You'll only destroy it. Your growth has its own timeline. And comparing your timeline to somebody else's is one of the fastest ways to lose your peace. You see someone else succeeding. Someone else getting stronger. Someone else making money. Someone else achieving the thing you've been chasing. And suddenly you feel behind. But you don't know their story. You don't know their years of preparation. You don't know what they sacrificed. You're comparing your chapter 3 to their chapter 20. Stop. Look at your own road. Your job isn't to become them. Your job is to become better than the person you were yesterday. And that means accepting discomfort. Because growth rarely feels comfortable. Muscles tear before they rebuild stronger. Steel is shaped by fire. A warrior becomes stronger through resistance. You are no different. The pain you're experiencing doesn't automatically mean you're on the wrong path. Sometimes pain is simply the price of becoming someone stronger. But learn the difference between pain that builds you and pain that warns you. Trusting the process doesn't mean blindly destroying yourself. It means understanding that meaningful progress requires patience, discipline, adjustment, and persistence. There will be setbacks. You will fail. You will have days where you fall back into old habits. Don't let one bad day become an excuse for a bad year. Reset. Learn. Continue. The process isn't supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to transform you. And sometimes the process will force you to become patient because impatience is exposing something inside you. You want the reward now. You want the body now. The money now. The recognition now. But what if you're not ready for it yet? What if the delay is building the character required to carry the result? Because success without the strength to handle it can destroy you. The process isn't just preparing your result. It's preparing you. That's why the struggle matters. The lonely nights matter. The failures matter. The boring repetitions matter. The days nobody notices matter. They're building something deeper than a result. They're building identity. Every time you show up when you don't feel like it, you become someone who can trust himself. Every time you keep going after failure, you become more resilient. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you become stronger. Eventually, the process becomes part of who you are. And then something changes. You stop needing constant proof. You stop asking, is this working? You simply keep working. Like a soldier marching through fog. He can't see the destination, but he knows the direction. So he keeps walking. One step, then another, then another. That's what you have to do. You don't need to see the entire staircase. You need to take the next step. And when you get tired, rest. When you get lost, recalculate. When you fail, learn. But don't abandon the mission because the road became difficult. The storm doesn't mean the journey is over. Sometimes it means you're being tested. And one day, you're going to look back at this version of yourself. The exhausted version. The frustrated version. The version wondering whether it was all worth it. And you'll realize, this was the part that changed everything. Not the celebration. Not the victory. This part. The part where you had every reason to quit, but didn't. So if you're in that season right now, hear this clearly. Keep going. Keep learning. Keep adjusting. Keep showing up. You don't need to know exactly when the breakthrough will come. You only need to believe that your actions are moving you in the right direction. Trust the work. Trust the lessons. Trust the repetitions. Trust the person you're becoming. Because one day, the roots will become visible. The fire will become strength. The storm will become a story. And the pain you once questioned will become proof that you didn't give up. I know it hurts, but keep going. Not because it's easy, because it's worth it. Trust the process, and trust yourself enough to finish what you started. If this message lit a fire in you, then it's time to act. Drop this in the comments right now. I trust the process and I will not quit. So that I know you stayed all the way till the end. And you will stay patient, keep showing up, and become the person your struggle is preparing you to be.